everybody, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. How are you? Good, I hope. Sorry, a posh person just leapt into my body then. No, not really. This is me being silly. So, I have sent off my last bits. I had a last minute order come through, so I packed it, printed out the label, and it's gone today with the ones that were being collected. So all done. That's great. I'm all up to date. Ready to go tomorrow. Whee! Really? Oh no, it's just I'm really behind. I kept thinking earlier, and I can't pack anything. It's way too early. Now I'm looking at it thinking, you've just put too much stuff there. You know, you've got to whittle it down. And then I think, well, if it's cold, I want that. And if it's not, I might want that. And it's only 5 days. And I could change 4 times a day. I'll sort it out. And I just got to remember not to forget anything that I've got to do before I go. You know, I will have the internet, so I will be able to do stuff. So you might notice this eye has flared up a little bit again and it's gone very red. And that's because where I was trying clothes on this morning, I don't know, I got something in my eye. And this corner, you know, this little bit in the corner, that bit in the corner. I want to call it a cornea. Probably isn't, but it seems like it should be called that, doesn't it? I can't remember what it's called. But it swelled and itched. And I thought, I can't itch it. I can't scratch it. So I bathed it, and I couldn't find the eye bath. So I bathed it with a quickie tab, you know, one of those makeup ones. But I soaked it in water first and then bathed it. And then I dried my face and I put my cream on. This, you know, both of them. Just, I didn't do it yesterday. I thought I'd leave it and see how it goes. I woke up this morning, it looked all right, and I thought, you know, it's definitely on its way out. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my god! But you know, never mind. Hopefully, it'll be gone. So yeah, I got really. I've done really well with using up the food before we go, because you know, if you go, your milk will go off and stuff like that. So we had a certain amount of potatoes, and there was 2 big potatoes left, and that's it for today. It's like, wow. I've managed to get all of the milk used, all of the yogurts, apart from Gary hasn't been taking his yogurts to work, which is, now they're stuck there in the fridge, but they probably got a good date. But you know, I'm so amazed that all of the stuff that I got, I've been working my way through, and we're going to get back to no food. I'm going to go shopping as soon as we get back. Anyway, yeah, it's getting very close now. And this is my last chat that I'm going to film here. Maybe. I mean, I might do one. I don't know. I might do one just to sort of pop up on my first day. I don't know. I might do it on the boat. I don't know. I don't know. Not sure what to do, to be honest. Anyway, I've got all my stuff, and I'm going to remember to take it with me. I'm going to try anyway. Try and remember to take it with me. So let's have a look and see. Happy hump day, guys. Oh, hang on. I'm doing tomorrow's, aren't I? I'll be fine. Oh, need glasses. Especially now my eye's been playing up a little bit. Let us prepare a feast for our guests. The Armourer. The Armourer. She features a lot, this here Armourer. I'm trying to keep that on there. Jokey time. Joke time. What's that one upside down for? Sorry. Just finished reading a great book. It's called Does My Bum Look Big in This? By Hugh Jars. Hugh Jars. I used to have this friend where I worked. When I first started working at the ambulance service, I was taken on to do something called the response desk. And well, basically I sat at a desk and I had a bank of computer screens and 2 keyboards and 2 mice and a map that was interactive, so all my crews and everything else moved about the map, and a job popped up and I could see it on the map and I could see it everywhere. So it was my job really, as I worked on the response desk, to send out cars, bikes, air ambulances, doctors who were signed in, station officers, all staff wearing a uniform that happened to have a vehicle and be signed in. So, and they all had different protocols and different things that they could go to and things they couldn't, things they had to stand down on, the things they didn't. And the helicopter obviously had its own remit. So, and I had to know all this and see a job come in, have a look at the job, think that's worthy, send whoever, the closest obviously. Certain jobs might have needed a paramedic, so I'd often get asked, can you send your responder to this job because we need a paramedic on it, you know, that sort of thing. So liaising with the dispatch desk as well. So, but whereas when you worked on dispatch, you worked on a little area, when you worked on the response desk, you worked Kent as a whole. So it's pretty busy and pretty hectic and everything else. And one of my responders, his name was Dave, and he was terrible. He was funny, and luckily I wasn't the offended type. So, you know, he'd ring and I'd answer the phone and he'd go, "It's Hugh Jars," and go, "Hello, Dave." Or he'd say, "It's Hugh," and I'd go, "Okay," and he'd go, "Hugh Jardon," and I go, "Oh, Dave." And he would just be so naughty, the things he would say. And sometimes he would get extremely bad, extremely, really naughty. And I just say to him, "You're so lucky it's me on the end of this phone, because there are people in this room that would report you for that," you know, really would. And because that was the tamer stuff, yeah. Some of the times he had a bit of Tourette's, I think, or just really hyper. But yeah, that joke reminded me of him. It reminded me of him. But yeah, bless him, Dave. Anyway, those were a long while ago. Yeah, I was young. I'm still young. What am I talking about? Well, I started working there the day after the Twin Towers fell. No, the day before, sorry. The day before, that was my first day. So my first actual real day of actually being in the building and getting training, because the first day you get your uniform, you fill in forms, you get a bit of an induction. So first day of training was the next day. And all of a sudden, I come out it was my turn for a break. And we went into the trainer, me, joined my other trainees, because we were doing one-on-ones, into the restroom, and Ricky, the guy that started at the same time, went, "Planes flew into the World Trade Center." And I said, "What's a World Trade Center?" And he went, "You've never heard of the World Trade Center?" I went, "No, why would I? You know, it's is there a reason I should have known about the I'd never heard of it. So, you know, I kind of totally missed the fact that it existed and got bombed before and all of that. It just a news bulletin I didn't really pay attention to. So yeah, I didn't know about it. I know about it now. Everybody knows about it now. Everybody knew about it that day. And then while we were in there having our break, a plane hit the other one. So it was like, you know, we saw that and we knew it was terrorism. And then at the time, we're just sitting there thinking, wonder what emergency calls are going on, because that's what most of them. I was doing the response desk, you know, I was talking to cars, bikes, air ambulances, but all of the other people that took on at the same time as me were going to be doing the 999 calls and answering them, and they were kind of like, oh my god, you know, can you imagine taking those calls? So yeah, I always know exactly where I was on that day, and when I started. I always know when I started that job, you know, because most of the time you forget the date you start work, and if you have to fill in a form and it says what date did you start there, and you can never remember, can you? But I can always remember that one. I can't just remember that one, because it was the day before was my very first official day of working for them, although it was just an induction. But, yeah, and I left 13 years to the day. 13 years I stayed there, and it was hard. It burnt me out, I have to say. I did feel really kind of like I couldn't do it any longer. When I left, I did get another job at the time. I didn't leave to do this, but I was considering doing this, I think. Oh, maybe I was. I don't know if I was actually making videos or not when I left there. Possibly. But anyway, it's irrelevant sort of point. But yeah, I just felt like I could not go in that place. I couldn't do another day in there. It was just done. I was done. You know, couldn't do it. Yeah, very stressful. Very, very stressful job. Rewarding though, but very stressful. So yeah, it's funny how a joke, one word, 2 words, can spark so many memories, isn't it? Take you to a place where you, yeah, crazy. So I've been doing my tutorial. I'm not going to get that done before I go. So there is a part of me thinking, just pack the stuff and take it. And if you are at a loose end when you're at sea one day, you can film it. If not, you can bring it home. Because one thing's for sure, if you don't take it, you can't film it. But, you know, because Gary was saying, I don't know what to do while we're... And I went, well, we were all over the place when we were there before. We didn't spend much time in our room, did we, in our cabin? He went, yeah, but we've got the best cabin this time. I want to get the most of it. I went, yeah, but you want to see the shit too, you know, and stuff, and go and have a drink. And so, you know, I'll take it. And if I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. So, yeah. Especially could do it on the way home, couldn't you, really? Because those days at sea, there's always something going on, though, you know. Last time we went, we did a show, you know, took in a show. And it was Abigail's party from the 70s. Oh, it was very good. Very good. They're actually really, really clever people, these people who do the ships. Because the same crew does just about everything. And I know they practice, but still. Anyway, I was in the bedroom trying on all of my clothes. Does this fit me yet? Does this fit? Can I take this? Can I take that? Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? Is it going to rain? You know, I just don't know what to do. So I actually dyed my hair. Give it a little shush. And I was going to make my videos, and I came in and I thought, it's just a fuzzball. So it's going in a plait until I can sort it out, because it's still a bit clammy. Fuzzball. That was horrible. Got to sort that out. Yeah. So yeah. Not booked any excursions on this trip. Just we did last time, obviously, because it was Christmas and it was Christmas markets, but we've got a couple of excursions on the next one because they're more interesting places to go on an excursion, more interesting excursions. So we've booked up for that one. I've been to Fire Mountain. Gary hasn't, so I wanted him to see the whole thing. I knew he'd get a kick out of that, so we've got that one. A big volcano, and they cook chickens on an open fissure. I think they have a barbecue and you can eat it, actually. So eat it. Add common. You can consume the food. Also booked up a tuk-tuk. I want to go on a tuk-tuk. So yeah, we've got a tuk-tuk. Little trip on a tuk-tuk. And we're going to go and see dolphins and whales on a rib. Gary don't like the water much. But I figured he might be all right on a rib. I mean, I hope he is, because it, you know, looked like just a speedboat really, so he should be fine. Yeah, so we're going to do that one. But I can't get him to go in the water again. We went on holiday once. I've just got to tell you this story. I went to Gran Canaria, and we're going there again, funny enough, only on this trip for a day. But yeah, went to Gran Canaria, and we made friends with this guy who gave out the tickets for a catamaran, and it was a couple's catamaran, no children allowed. You got free champagne, you got free food, you got drinks after that, you got like beers and cokes and stuff, and there was tons of fruit, and it was just amazing. And you had these big double bed type cabana things, and he said, don't get on yet, you know, don't buy a ticket yet, I'll do you last. So he allocated all the places to give us the best one. I mean, right at the front as well. So he gave us the best one, charged us half. Sorry, he charged us half price. I'm getting all common again. So anyway, we're on this thing. And there's things you can do when you're on there, right? You can go on the banana boat. You can and you can go on a jet ski. So, and you can get in the water and swim as well. So I said, come on, after a few champagnes, you know, sangrias or whatever it was as well. Because back then I didn't have the cancer. I did drink. So I said, come on, Gary, let's do it. So we got on the banana boat, and I knew it was a bad move. We ended up getting on last. So we was at the end. And I knew that was probably the absolute worst place you could sit. Anyway, we're bumping up and down. And straight away, whoosh, I've gone. Whoosh, Gary's gone. And we're in the water. So they've circled round as if they want to come and get us. And like Gary is doing his panicky dog paddle that he does. And he's like, no, I'm going to go back to the boat. Leave me alone, leave me alone. And they picked him up. So then they're coming to me, and I'm never going to get back on that thing. I can't climb up. So I went, no, it's all right, I can't get on. And there was this German couple, young, really nice they were. And they went, yes, we help. And they grabbed my cosy, and they heaved me onto this banana boat thing. And I was sitting the wrong way round. Not only was I sitting the wrong way round, as they heaved me on, my face planted her boobs. I couldn't get out of them because I was like, momentum was forward, and I was like in there, and I couldn't get out of them. I was like, oh my God. And I was stuck in there, stuck in this German woman's bosoms. And I was like, oh God, I can't get out. So then when I finally did right myself, I'm facing her now, and I've just had my face in her knockers, and I'm like looking her in the eyes. I'm bumping backwards. Anyway, Gary got off. When we got back on the boat, we kind of had to get off the banana boat and make our way to the thing, and the stairs was quite high up, and I thought, I can't get up the stairs because I could do this, but I couldn't get my leg up that high. Just like, I'm too short. So I can't get on. So the same German couple pushed me back on. I was like, oh, thanks, you saved my life today. But seriously, it had to be them, didn't it? It's like, my friends. Oh, so then I said, I'm going to go on the jet ski, Gary. So I'm not going anywhere near that water again. That's it. And I loved it. I was so crazy. But honestly, I can't believe that. But they didn't turn me round, you know. I was facing the wrong way, and I went smack straight into them. And it was like, I couldn't get out of them. I was like, ah! Gary said you should have gone. Oh dear. Could only happen to me. Could only happen to me, surely. Anyway, so definitely won't be doing anything like that on the next trip. So I was thinner then. And I still couldn't get on the thing. Oh well. I'm going to get off and upload this after telling you of my exploits. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, guys. And you never know, next time I'm sitting here talking to you, well, next time I'm sitting in front of the camera talking to you, it won't be here. And the next time I'm here, it'll all be over. So, bye-bye for now. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to hype my videos. Watch them all. And, you know, if you can pounce on them as soon as they get on, then YouTube won't forget me while I'm away. True story. Bye for now. See you soon.